you, Scott Snyder, Dre Capullo. There, with your lovely faces. Good to see you guys again.
You too, brother.
Yes, I was talking about Batman series, getting them pumped up for some Batman content.
Yeah. Is this on?
Is it?
Is this on?
Yeah.
I'm Italian, I don't need this.
I literally almost wore that same I know what t-shirt that is, and I almost wore the same one. And I'm so embarrassed sometimes when I go to these cons and they'll be like, you came 5 years ago, and they show a picture, it's the same t-shirt.
You tell me you have all the same shirt in your closet, like Batman. It's one
Exactly.
uniform.
They're all Batman.
He met Priscilla Presley. You know what a fan is of Elvis, right?
And she was just walking alone in the lobby, and I had like a complete meltdown.
Right away sent me the picture with all the love signs in his eyes.
I was like, I'm not crazy, but, which is always the best opening.
You know that you're
I'm not
crazy. You
crazy,
say,
man.
don't worry, I'm not crazy. One time I was in Mexico, this girl comes up to me with a box of cookies and she had my name spelled out and she says, don't worry, they're not poisoned.
I thought you wanted me to try them first.
He wasn't with me. And, but anyway, yeah, you're not crazy. And the cookies weren't poisoned. I don't know, I didn't eat them.
All right, so let's get started. So obviously we're going to talk about both your work on Batman clearly, but both of you are doing stuff individually right now. I want to start with you. I'm going to lead off. Greg, I want to start with you. You had a very big announcement earlier this week.
Yeah.
A pretty big announcement. Greg is working on Deadpool Batman.
And that's to beat Spawn Batman by just one copy. So don't look down because I want to rub that in Todd's face.
I know you probably can say nothing, but I have to ask. I got to shoot my shot, right? I got to shoot my shot.
Yeah, okay.
All right, so will we get a definitive answer on who wins?
Oh, I don't know if it's really that kind of story.
Oh, okay, that's interesting though.
Yeah, I don't really know if it's that kind of story. I know that's what everybody would expect.
Yeah.
But I don't really think it's that. But it's a very fun story, very enjoyable story. Scott's already read it. Jim Lee's read it. And Jim goes, oh, it's such a fun story. Can't wait to see what you do, how you bring this to life, Greg. So you will be entertained. And I got to tell you, I have so much respect for what writers do because, my story is 25 pages and, and it's all there. And they go, what a challenge it must be for a writer to make a self-contained story, 3 acts that take place within a 25-page span. That's mind-blowing. Anyway, I was given a very fun story to work with, so
That's awesome.
it's gonna be great, yeah.
I like that we worked together for like 10 years and you appreciated writers now. I wrote a lot of single issues. Just kidding.
But no, and the thing is cool. I mean, I got my start at Marvel, right? And I've always been a Marvel guy at heart because that's what I really grew up on was Marvel comics. And even though DC's been great, I had to go do it for Batman, and DC as a company treated me great. I loved all the people that I worked with there, and made a lifelong friendship with this guy here. And so one of my first gigs at Marvel was Expo. So I got to draw Deadpool very early on in my career.
Right.
And then I go and do Batman. And now I'm doing this crossover. They haven't had a crossover in 20 years, and I'm doing those two characters. And it's as mind-blowing as when I had done Spawn for many years, and then I go to do Batman, and I got to do a crossover with those two characters. And sometimes I go, I must be living in a simulation, because my whole career pattern is just too unbelievable for me to sometimes grasp. So I'm really excited that I have this opportunity. It's just, wow, what a lucky guy I am.
As soon as it was announced, I remember, because I did both your spotlight panel at MegaCon, and I remember at that panel, you said that you're working on something for Marvel, right? That was like February, working on something for Marvel. It's like, kind of stereotypical, but I don't know if you guys are expecting it. Was this that? Was that what
No, that would have been the Wolverine Revenge.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
that would have been Wolverine Revenge, which is just I don't know if you picked it up, but it's a lot of slashy, bloody stuff, which is, who doesn't like that?
All right, last question about that, I'm going to move on. Last kind of question. Deadpool, Batman, is the Grant Morrison one with Mora are they gonna kind of tie in?
They're separate.
They're
They're
okay.
separate stories, and I was lucky enough. Like I consult for TC, so I get to see stuff early. And Zeb's story is awesome. It's really good, and they're gonna kill it. Like so excited for them. It's like bonkers great. And then Grant's story is like out of control too. So you guys are in for a lot of treats. It's like people really brought it with this one, and we got some cool stuff to announce soon with the backup for ours as well too. So
You know what?
yeah.
You mentioned, about writers and we've talked about we work together. You don't know this, but I said to CB early on, I go, maybe you get Scott to write my story for the Batman. See? I love you. I still love you.
It's like he didn't do it, but I asked.
Well, he says he's under contract at DC, so it wasn't an option.
Right.
But I did request.
No, I appreciate it.